මන්දිරේ පවා
රැකවරණය සැනහේවා
ජීවිතේ දිගු ගමන් මගේ
ඔබ සැමට රැකවරණය පිරි සුබ අලුත් අවුරුද්දක් වේවා. ශ්‍රී ලංකා ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් පියකුමෙන් මවකමෙන්.
Welcome to Mirror program, STV. Today we have invited a very special guest who's having a very lengthy experience in the industry as a general manager in Sri Lanka, Maldives and a couple of Gulf countries. And dear viewers, I would like to mention you like this. This interview is happening between head of finance as well as a general manager. So both of us are, I will introduce him in a short while. So it will be a very new experience to you, all of you, because it's mean in a hotel there are two sections, front of the house and back of the house. So I'm representing back of house as the head of finance. So general manager is the person overall in charge of the hotel operation as well as head of the front of the house. So today I would like to welcome Mr. Chris. Mr. Aiboan. Chris.
Aiboan.
First of all, in order to impress the viewers, could you please kindly explain who you are and what's your qualifications in this industry?
Yes, Darshana, thank you very much for inviting me for this program. So my name is Christopher Berenger. So everybody knows me as Chris Berenger. So I studied at St. Anthony's College, Kandy, and I started my career in way back in 1990s as a trainee waiter, NITA, in Navy waiter, in St. Andrews Hotel, Aurelia. So from there I started my career as a trainee waiter. So it took about 30 good years to become a general manager. So yeah, when I say that, okay, I worked in Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Middle East, and I had an opportunity to go to Germany to do my higher studies in the beverage and the wines. So that was in Italy. So that was my career in very short. I don't want to drag it. If I tell my curriculum, it will take hours, but I just want to give you short and sweet. So presently I'm working not for the hotel field. Actually, we are designing a hotel that is belongs to Taylor Store International, Alawa. So we are planning a hotel. Actually, we are planning to build a hotel in Naula. So we are into that project. So that's what I'm doing at the moment now.
Thanks, Chris. Chris, what do you think, based on your experience or world travel in Sri Lanka, Maldives and Gulf countries and even Italy and Germany, what do you think, today the context is 2021. Do you satisfied as an industry person whether we have reached or we have earned something or we have gained something where we are today? What do you think?
You mean, Darshana, you want to know what is the tourism where we are?
Yes,
at a glance, okay, but where we are at the moment?
Yes.
Okay, actually, okay, Sri Lanka is a tourism country, it's no doubt about that. And this is the third economy, I think the third
revenue generation with apparel industry, then exports.
Yes. Then comes the tourism industry, am I right? Yes, okay. So this is the third main income in Sri Lanka, tourism industry. But for last 2 years, I think 2019 and 20, we are completely lost.
Yeah, because of the East attack and this COVID-19 pandemic.
Exactly. The East attacks, still after the East attacks, we had some tourist arrivals as well, but not marginally, not very high. But we had some arrivals. But after this COVID, they closed down the airport in 2020. I think March 18th or 20th. So after that, they reopened that in January 2021. So according to the statistics, January and February there were some tourist arrivals, about 5,600 and 600 odd tourists have been arrived to Sri Lanka. So this is the actually. So we have to do a different marketing after this after COVID incident. We have to do a marketing in a different way. So we'll discuss later how we are going to do the development in tourism industry.
Yeah. So my next question will be, now we have to discuss regarding the different dimensions of tourism, like bi-leisure tourism, automation. Could you please more explain those things and a little descriptive in each and every area?
Okay, Darshan, it's like this. Now there's a trend, tourism, we call it tourism trends coming up. So it's a bi-leisure tourist is like the business traveler who travel for business purpose or conferences or any other purposes they travel, and they spend some leisure time in that same destination. So that's we call bi-leisure traveler. So bi-leisure traveler is now it's becoming more and more popular, and it's going to be in future. You have to capture this market. You have to make some plans how you are going to capture this bi-leisure market, bi-leisure traveler market. And also there's another market, we call it automation. That is, automation is something like it's already there because the OTAs and the booking engines, what they are doing is automation. The tourism, the automation travel, they are capturing that automation traveler. Now the world is becoming digitization. Now it's like after post-COVID, now slowly we are into post-COVID situation. So now the digitization is more important. Like then we say that the automation tourism, the automation traveler is the most important place that we have to capture. So that is, you have to ban, like you have to for example, now you are into, as I told you, it's like online travel agencies there already there, but they take your hospitality market, your hotel, they will market in some other way. But you have to do your own marketing with your website. You have to go with your website. This is what it's really need to do at the moment. So you have to be in the first page, as you know, it's always you have to be in the first page to capture the tourism market and promote your own website. So there is certain things that you can do for this automation tourism. Yeah, and there's another one tourism, we call it mobile tourism. So mobile tourism is like when you analyze all these OTA booking.com, OTA reservations, out of 5, always there is two bookings from the mobile phone. So you have to capitalize this. You have to make your mobile phone competitive with all your devices to competitive with all these facilities. So easy access and give more information, and it has to be very clear. So these are the things that you have to capture. And also the social media. So you use the social media as much as possible. So this is very crucial. There is the people who are under 30. They mostly go for this Instagram and Pinterest and things like that. So you have to capture this market. You have to post many posts as much as possible. Whatever you have in your area, nearby your hotel, maybe some happening, maybe an activity, maybe a fun game, something. So you always post those things. Doesn't matter your hotel is closed at the moment, but still if something happening around your hotel, you make it, you get used to this and you promote it. And always remember this 4-1-1 rule. You take 6 pictures, 4 to educate someone, educate about the nature, educate about the environment, something. 4 posts must be there, because only people like to read those things. Then the other 2 pictures that you can promote your hotel. So this is 4-1-1 rule. Normally we know it. So this is the best time for you to get back and relax and think about this mobile tourism market. because most of 80% of OTA users, they use the mobile market. Okay.
Yeah. So, Chris, now the thing is, now we are in the arena of post-COVID. I think now within next few months we will be recovering. Now all the COVID vaccine has been vaccinating among the general public, and even the travel restriction, travel ban has been lifted. Some kind of allowances are there. I'm going to ask you two questions in the same question. One is, based on your experience, the average travelers in Sri Lanka, are they free individual travelers, or are they, through the websites, or OTAs or any other travel agencies? That's the question one. Question two, I'm asking you, should we have to seek the new avenues or new ways of marketing or any other ways to implement this traditional tourism? We have to take a U-turn in the traditional tourism. What do you think? I asked you two questions in the same question. So I'm
yes, Darshana. It's like this, you know. So when you come to the hotel industry, you cannot live without the travel agents.
Yes.
So they are the one who are bread and butter. They give you the business. So the travel agents, you cannot forget them, because they do the marketing for you. They go that extra mile to sell your hotel. Same like the OTAs, they also do the same thing. So they also go that extra mile to promote your hotel. But at the same time, as we all know, it's like we have to pay their commissions. Yeah, so this is sometimes it's killing you, because it's the commission is way too high, but you don't have any other option to do that. So you are compelled to pay that commission for them, because you need to have the travel agents market.
Dear viewers, let's have a break and continue the program.
ආර්ථිකය වෙනුවෙන් යන ගමනක් නෙවෙයි. දේශයේම ආර්ථිකය ඉහළ නංවන්නට යන ගමනක්.
ඇගේ දියුණු වෙනුවෙන්ම යන ගමනක් නෙවෙයි මේ. දේශය පෙරටගෙන යන ගමනක්.
රාජකාරියටම කියලා යන ගමනක් නෙවෙයි මේ. දේශය සංවර්ධනය කරා ගෙන යන ගමනක්.
දේශයේම නොනවතින ගමන බලගන්වන්නේ ඔබයි. ශ්‍රී ලංකා ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් මෝටර් ප්ලස්. ඔබ බලගන්වයි.
Dear viewers, after the break, let's continue. Mr. Chris, I think you have left one part of my previous question, so let's continue from there.
Yes, Darshana, it's okay. You asked me about the how we going to take the, are we going to continue with the same tourism trend, or we are going to use some other?
Yes.
That's what your question.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like this, Darshana. It's okay. You cannot make a U-turn, at once. It takes some time. So what I believe, if you cannot capture the markets, what your existing markets, like especially the Europe markets. Now, for example, you see this Italy is border closed, and then the France, they closed the border, I think.
Even
and
UK, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. So all this, we don't know when they are going to reopen their borders for the tourism or the people who can travel to the other countries. So you have to think differently. You have to capture the other market, like especially the China market. So that is actually, I heard that there will be some Chinese arrivals very soon. But that is the market that you can capture, because there is millions of Chinese, they want to travel, they want to go out from the country. So that is actually, and the advantage is they travel just only for maximum 5 days. So basically they travel for about 3 days, maximum 5 days, yes. And they have a basic requirement in the hotel. So when they come to the hotel, you should have your internet, fast internet, and you should have your hot water, and you should have your air condition, top cool, and you should have the blanket and the hair dryer. So these are the basic needs of Chinese guests.
Yes.
So when you have this basic requirement, they don't complain. They eat whatever you give. They don't complain for their food, because the Chinese, they like to experience the local food.
Of course.
They, not only the Chinese, even when it comes to any traveler, they like the locals. They like to mingle with the locals, and they like to be with the locals. They like to eat with the locals. So, and especially when it comes to the China market. So this is the one market that you have to capture. And this is, don't forget, if you miss one thing out of these 5, Chinese guests will be not happy. Because the Chinese are very good buyers as well. They buy tea, they buy gems.
Gems, yes.
So gems. So this is the market that you have to capture, because they stay just only 5 nights, and you give this basic requirement for them, and it's easy to make them happy. So this is the one market that you have to capture, and also the other countries like Asian countries, like Vietnam, Philippines, and Thailand. So all these markets, you have to capture those markets. So this is what I believe. I mean, if the tourism is not working with the Europe market, you cannot say that, okay, Europe market is not coming, the foreigners are not coming, so no. So you have to capture some other market, you have to do a different kind of marketing to go to their country or whatever, do a different kind of marketing.
Yeah, so viewers, I'm going to ask few quick questions from Chris before I take the major question. Based on your experience in the career in Sri Lanka as well as overseas, which country, which guest, which nationality make the most demanding, most troublesome guests from which country?
According to my experience, okay, I cannot say one nation, because it's not nice to tell like that. Because if you look after your customer, I put it in this way: if you look after your customer, so the customer, the guest who comes to your hotel, he's expecting home away from home experience. He's expecting somebody to talk to you. He's expecting somebody to smile at you. He's expecting somebody to serve your meal on time, the correct meal. He's expecting when you go to the room, it has to be clean, it has to be, perfect. So all these things, when you provide everything, so there cannot be a customer or guest, unhappy guest. So they don't make any troubles as far as if you can meet their requirement. So this is why I always insist in Sri Lanka, we have to go for a heart-based tourism. So this is something, everybody, you and me, everybody has aura. In our body, we have this the energy, the positive energy. It comes out always. So when you think positive, when you think happy, when you feel love to another person, this aura start creating a nice around you. It's a beautiful. So when you are in anger, when you are not happy, so this aura becoming red. When you're happy, the aura becoming yellowish. When you are not happy, when you are in anger, so aura becomes red. So this is it's like it's spreading to each other. So when you are happy, you feel it. This feel you have to give to the tourism industry. That is a must in Sri Lanka.
So you look at.
So we cannot say that there is nation, stubborn nations. No. There is expectation. As far as if you can fill that expectation, you are done.
Yeah, we know guest expectation and service charges need to be must. The thing is, it's different from guest to guest. Some guests may be a guest like me who will, I'm expecting a high level of service standards. Maybe some other guests, their expectation will be a good quality or tasty food. Maybe they are expecting the same quality and same taste of food of their home country or home destination. Maybe someone else will like to have a different kind of experience. Some may be in different kind of adventures. So as a whole, based on your experience, what do you think regarding the service standards of Sri Lanka? Because I can simply say most cases my personal experience is not up to my standards. What do you think based on your career, based on you as a guest being checked into another hotel? What do you think? What do you believe?
Yeah, Darshana, it's like this. Okay, maybe you had some bad experience in a hotel. Maybe that's what it's bothering your mind always, because it's always like as you said, when you have a bad experience about the hotel, so always your mind, it's always your back of mind. It says that the people who are in the industry, they are not friendly. No, that is not the case actually. Actually, now we have to, as I told you, because this training is very important. Okay, now as a hotel manager, when I interview some candidates, my first question is, I ask them, why did you choose this field? This is my first question. Okay, sometimes they say that they don't have any other option. They try for this job, that job, and finally they thought, at least I'm going for a hotel. So then that is where I educate them. I tell them, okay, this is an industry you can grow. This is the industry that you can learn. This is the industry that you can explore the world. So this is why you have to come, not because of sake of that you're not getting a job, any other job. So because of that I'm come to the hotel industry. No, please don't. So it has to come from your heart. It has to come the passion. It has to come with your passion, and say that, okay, I'm coming to this industry to serve, to share my knowledge, to gain the knowledge, these things. And the question what you asked me, the experience what you had, the bad experience you had, because you are trying to compare, or in your mind it's always you have this the Maldives experience and Sri Lankan experience.
Yes.
Because that is what it's. The Maldives, what they do is they believe the staff is an asset.
Yes.
So this is where the Sri Lankan owners or the hotel managers, they don't believe that. Some of them they believe.
Yes. Sorry to interrupt. Maybe most hotel managers are coming from military background.
I guess so, because even the military background, you have a discipline. But it's the Maldivian tourism sector, they recognize this. I mean, most of the hotels are their international chains. They recognize this, the value of the staff. So they believe the staff is an asset. So you have to treat the staff. You have to look after your staff. The staff will look after your business. That is the simple theory. That is the basic, So someday, because there is the hotel managers, they have this, as you said, that they have a military background. Even though there is no military background also, there is some hotel managers, they are very rude. They think that, they can manage. So they can manage the hotel by using their power. No, that days are gone. You have to empower the employee. You have to talk to the employee. You have to be with them. You have to lead them. So then you have to make them feel that you are a part of this business. So give them the ownership. So these are the things that you can make the most employees happy. So they will deliver. After that they will deliver, It's automatically it comes to you. So again, you asked me one question about the food. It's like the most of the guests, they like the local food, Wherever the country you go, maybe Maldives experience, we have that very much. They don't have a big cultural shows or only one thing they have is Boduberu. So they dance together. They sit together, they eat together and they dance together. So that is not happening in Sri Lanka. Okay, when you go to, especially when you go to a cultural show, you sit in an audience and they perform, and that is the different, So this is different in Sri Lanka tourism and the Maldivian tourism as well. Even the food, the Maldivian food, they like the Maldivian food because they can go and they can cook and they can eat. But the Sri Lankan food, you go to the buffet, you can just help yourself. Nobody is going to explain you what it is.
Yes.
So these are the things that you have to change in the hotel culture.
Yeah. So Chris, I ask the final question of this episode. if I tell you like this, I mean, most Sri Lankan hotels, I mean, employees, they don't have the technical knowledge or they don't have a sound knowledge in the industry. Let's say pillow menu, sugar syrup, high tea. I can give you ample things, but I'm not going to give a long list. Do you think sufficient or educational programs, awareness program, training programs? Because once I can recall, during that time I was in Maldives, then I had the opportunity, so the pre-opening property, to have the training from the Box Hill Institute of Australia. So it's a very highly recognized institute doing trainings all over the world. So I was so lucky to have the training from the Box Hill Institute in Australia. So what do you think regarding the awareness program, training program, on-the-job training or training managers involvement? Don't you believe we should bring those things to the industry? Because a person like me, if I check into a hotel, I may ask some questions. Where's the high tea? Why sugar syrup is not there? Or where's the pillow menu? Maybe in order not to embarrass them, but it's my requirement as a paying guest. What do you think?
Yes, Darshana, it's another very good question you ask me. Because as I told you, the industry, they don't have the professionals in Sri Lanka. In industry, actually you need the professionals. They should have that feeling, this is the job that we have to do. I mean, it's like it has to come from your heart. Okay, I'm going to this trade, the hotel field, to serve, to share. You know, all these things are very, very important. And this is lacking in Sri Lanka. So what the Maldives or any other, I'll give you a very good example. In year 2002, I was in Abu Dhabi. I worked for Rotana Beach Hotel and Towers. So I worked there as a bar supervisor that time. So I went to the hotel, they checked in me to the hotel and they gave me a guest room.
In order to have the guest experience?
Yes.
As an
so
employee?
They gave me a guest room.
Even as an employee?
As an employee. There is some they know that I'm an employee, but most of the hotel staff, they doesn't know that I'm an employee. I'm a newcomer. And in that hotel, they have a concept called mystery guests also. Mm-hmm. So because of that, they were very, very scared about this unknown guest. I was a guest, so I can use the room service. I can use the not the minibar, the other all the facilities I can use. But so in that case, 2 days I was in that hotel room and I can explore the hotel around. I can just walk. I can go to the restaurant and I can eat, experience my meals. I can talk to the chef and everything. So the third day, they bring me to the orientation, the training room. So from the orientation, they bring all the HODs. Just imagine it's a 550 room hotel I'm talking about. So just, I don't know, it's about 50 odd HODs. So many HODs, I can't remember. So they all come to the orientation room and they introduce themselves to you. Oh, hi Chris, my name is Dominic, I'm your F&B manager. Hi, etc. So then you feel that you are important to this culture. You are important in this field. Very, you feel that, So then you have to introduce yourself and you say that, okay, I'm Chris, I came from Sri Lanka, I'm so and so, I'm so. So then the fourth day, they give you a handbook about the hotel and they go through each and every page. It's about 50-page handbook, each and every page. So they do the orientation for you. So when you come out from the hotel, from the orientation room or the training room or the HR department, you know the hotel, what is the hotel and what is the concept is and who is the general manager, who is your HOD and who. So this sort of experience you have to absorb to Sri Lankan tourism as well. And the training, as we said, the training is very, very, very important. You have to train your staff, combine with this local culture and put it the heart-based hospitality. This is my suggestion for the upcoming tourism.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. So, viewers, this is a very lengthy topic. We can't finish this within half an hour. It will be at least a couple of hours. We will meet in another episode with Chris. Thank you.
පවා
රැකවරණය සැනහේවා
ජීවිතයේ දිගු ගමන් මගේ
ඔබ සැමට රැකවරණය පිරි සුබ අලුත් අවුරුද්දක් වේවා. ශ්‍රී ලංකා ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් පියකුමෙන් මවකම